And police are still looking for a man wanted in connection to a double shooting that took place in Worcester earlier this week. According to Worcester police, a mother and daughter were shot and killed after in an SUV on Tuesday. The man has been identified as 27-year-old Dejan Belnavis from Worcester. Police say he is considered armed and dangerous. He stands 5 feet and 11 inches and 160 pounds.
New details have emerged as to why two men allegedly took the lives of a mother and daughter. This is an update to my previous video about 27-year-old Chasity Nunez and our 11-year-old daughter Zella Milton. If you have not seen it, I will link the video in the description box of this video and recommend you watch it first to have a full understanding. After the horrible incident that took place at Inglewood Avenue on Tuesday, March 5, 2024, that stole the lives of Chasity and Zella, authorities made one arrest and another person is still at large. 28-year-old Karel Mangual was located and arrested Wednesday, March 6 at a gas station not too far from the crime scene. He was arraigned on the 7th of March and did not want his face to be shown on the camera, and he tried to hide it while his lawyer proclaimed his client was innocent. However, a lot more info has been gathered about Karel's past and why he might have gunned down the two females. Karel is said to have multiple open cases in the district court in Dudley, Massachusetts, and Worcestershire, records indicate. Official reports detail he was released on a $1,000 bail in March 2023 on allegations from Worcester police that included assault and battery on a police officer and carrying a dangerous weapon. A trial in that case is slated for March 26, 2024. In another case out of Dudley District Court from 2023, Karel is facing charges of being a fugitive from justice after the Worcester police said he had an extraditable warrant out of Rhode Island for carrying a firearm without a license. He also has an open case in Central District Court after Worcester police alleged that they caught him in March 2022 with 8 grams of a suspected white substance, which they believe he was selling on Main Street. In 2019, he was rearrested in Worcester, records show, after police alleged he put his car into drive when an officer was attempting to remove him from the vehicle during a traffic stop. As part of, the officer's body was still in the car at that time. His right elbow was stuck in the vehicle and he kind of bounced off, the Massachusetts Appeal Court wrote in a 2022 decision upholding a conviction on assault and battery with a dangerous weapon, the motor vehicle, on the officer. A city police officer alleged in the case that Karel and another man in the car were gang members with violent histories, including firearm charges, the judge would note. A judge sentenced Karel to 9 months in jail following the conviction, the records would show. Now, Karel's most serious case in Worcester County appears to be the 2014 shooting case in which police wrote in a court document the victim appeared to be suffering from 5 gunshot wounds in his groin area. The victim survived the shooting, though. Karel was sentenced to 3 to 5 years for the crime in 2015, the records would indicate. Now, rumors have started floating around that it was a payback hit for a crime that one of Chastity's family members took part of years back. While Karel was in court back in 2015, cameras noticed that he had a tattoo that said R.I.P. Robert Walker. Robert Walker was an 18-year-old male from Blackstone who passed away in 2013 after an altercation at a birthday party in Worcestershire. The brother of Chasity Nunez, Karel Nunez, was jailed for manslaughter in 2016 after the attack on the 18-year-old Robert Walker in September 2013. Robert passed away from an asthma attack hours after being stabbed, blasted, and hit with a baseball bat at a birthday party. Now, the story goes, about 40 people were at a surprise birthday party for a female on Bailey Street in Worcestershire. College and another male, Michael Ventura, were already at the party when Robert arrived around midnight on August 31st, and the atmosphere became tense. Michael told Robert he had a beef with him, and the teenager suggested that they take it outside. Robert's cousin was present at the party and was also friends with both of the men, so he ushered Robert into the kitchen, while another guest eased Karel and Michael into a bedroom. But when the cousins brought Robert out of the kitchen and onto the staircase, Karel and Michael bursted out of the bedroom and caught Robert at the bottom of the steps, where Michael smashed him over the head with a bottle. Karel then dragged Robert to the floor and hit him with a baseball bat, while a third man, identified in court papers as Gio Perez, jumped on Robert as he laid on the floor. Robert's cousin grabbed the baseball bat from College, but College pulled out a knife and stabbed Robert in the backside. Partygoers would chase the three attackers from the house, but returned to find that Robert had disappeared and began to look for him. They eventually found him sitting unconscious against a tree, but he was still breathing. Fluid was said to be coming out of his mouth, and his friends called 911 while attempting CPR. When first responders arrived, they took him to UMass Memorial Medical Center, the university campus, where he was pronounced unalive at 5:41 a.m. Medical examiner Mindy Hull found that Robert had suffered blunt force injuries to his head, neck, torso, right arm, left leg, had a head laceration, and stab wounds to his left buttocks. However, the medical examiner also determined that none of those injuries were independently life-threatening, and the immediate cause of him passing was the asthma complications by the physical altercation. College and Michael both admitted to manslaughter and aggravated assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. So it seems it has been alleged that Karel was friends with Robert and wanted revenge for his unaliving after College did his time. Now, on that fateful day, it was also alleged that Karel and Dejan were casing Chastity's home looking for College when they saw Chasity and Zella. It was said the men then demanded to know where College was, and because Chasity did not give them any information, they did the unthinkable, shooting the two over 40-plus times combined and tragically ending their lives. So it was an alleged 10-year get-back, and not even on the person who committed the crime, but his sister and niece paid the price sadly. It was just crazy because people will pull other loved ones into things, and it seems that no one is off limits. A beautiful mother and daughter gone for no good reason. The heartache for this crime is real and completely senseless. Then you have the person who helped Karel, Dejan, who was still on the run, and both of them are allegedly part of a gang. Dejan is said to have a long criminal history too, and has been charged in nearly 20 criminal cases in Central District Court. Many records reveal a lot of those cases involve charges of selling narcotics and DV. However, Dejan does not appear to have any open cases in Worcester, aside from the new charges he received for the March 5th unaliving. He is still out there and hiding out. If you know something, please say something. Chasity and Zella deserve it. No telling what else he may do if he indeed committed such a heinous act of violence already. Some think he may be back in Jamaica, where he is originally from. However, did he have enough time to get on a flight before cops could figure him out? Only time will tell.
Worcester police just gave an update on their investigation into the shooting of a mother and her 11-year-old daughter. WBZ's Tiffany Chan is live in Worcester. Tiffany, police really do want to remind everyone there is still a suspect on the loose here.
Lisa, the search continues for one of two gunmen still on the run here after a mother and a daughter were shot in broad daylight. Police want you to get a good look at this photo on your screen. 27-year-old Dejan Belnavis is still at large, and he is considered armed and dangerous. Prosecutors say the shooting was caught on surveillance video showing two men shooting into a parked SUV before taking off in a white van. 27-year-old Chasity Nunez and her 11-year-old daughter Zella were in that shooting. An alleged accomplice, Karel Mangual, was arrested in Worcester, but police are desperately trying to find Belnavis.
If anyone knows anything, we encourage you, please give us a call. This is a horrendous crime. All our officers are out there trying to find them, working with our state and federal partners. This is our highest priority right now. So again, we're just urging people, if you know anything, give us a call.
I'm completely and utterly disgusted that people just don't care about women and children anymore. This situation proves that there are ruthless people in society who are messed up. She never saw it coming, I'm sure, and it had been a little over 10 years since Robert lost his life, and she had nothing to do with it. Chasity was literally unalive by association of her brother. My thoughts and prayers are still with everyone affected by this crime, and I ask that you please don't forget to comment your thoughts and prayers for this family in this still difficult time, and hit that like button and share to make your people aware. And as always, remember to stay woke. Things change quickly.